cables in the ceiling and have them pop out. But then if I needed to replace them, then I'd have to do some finagling to get it down. So I decided just to leave them up like this. I'll get some white tape. I just got them hooked up like that for right now. But it's okay like that. It's well above my height and well above most people's height, so they won't even mess with it. Finally has the FRP on it. So that wall is finished. Basically, almost everything back here is finished. I still have to put, I got a lot of cleaning up to do, as you can see. I have a ton of cleaning up to do, but I'll get to that later. Where we're at right now in the build is I got some floor mats coming Monday, regardless of what day it is for you. The next thing I have is floor mats. I have to finally do the final drain and the final inlet for the water, and then the roof vent for the gas exhaust for the water heater. Once I do that, then I'll be on the stage of testing these systems. I finally got a lock for the door for the generator, so now I can lock that door. I didn't want to put the generator in there until I could lock it. Now I can lock it so I can place the generator in there. But before I do that, I want to put some sound dampening in there and make sure everything's nice and sealed in there, because that's going to produce carbon monoxide. Even though the unit is going to slide out, I don't want any gases possibly leaking up into the cabin or into the trailer. So I want to do something about that first. Then after I do that, then I'll run through all the systems, make sure everything is working, operational, except for the fire suppression. That's going to be what it is. I still got a couple more fire extinguishers to get to. Okay, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to finishing this trailer. I'm probably 99% finished. I haven't recorded a lot of it only because I was really focused on getting a lot of the little things squared away in the trailer. And we're getting to some good stuff. So what I ended up doing was researching where I had to do my commissary. I ended up finding out to be my own commissary that I had to install a mop sink into my trailer. So that's what I ended up doing. So here in this back corner, I was going to put a piece of equipment down here that I was going to purchase later, but I ended up installing the mop sink right here instead. That gives me the ability to have 4 sinks: hand wash sink, the dishwash sink, and dedicated mop sink. A lot of the interiors of the cabinets are painted. The back wall is on. And right now I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want the cash register. This is the square cash register system. As you can see, a lot of stuff is pretty much done. A little bit more cleaning up to do. I still got a lot of tools to get out of here, but this place is really coming along now. So hopefully this month I will be finished. I keep saying that every month, but this month I will be finished. I only got but so little to do. I even have an anti-fatigue mat down here. So there's really only a little bit left. A lot of logistics. I filled out for my business license, got my fictitious name. Now I just have to go through health department inspections, plan reviews, menu, and once I pass those steps, we're free to operate. Okay, this is going to be the basic setup of how the cash register, print machine, and the main screen will be. They both will be hooked into that receptacle right there. I gotta find out, I gotta buy the mounting bracket for this so I can hang up the K-type fire extinguisher, which will probably go in that section up there. But then I'm gonna get 2 more and put them in strategic places around the trailer. So this is the square system. It tilts. It's actually a really nice screen. It's almost like an iPad. This piece right here is where you actually do the transaction. Put your card in there or slide, and down here below you get your receipt and your change if you're paying in cash. Pretty cool. So now that everything's winding down, the last thing, not the last thing, but my next step right now is to test all my systems. I need to test the water, make sure I don't have any leaks. I don't have anything buried in the wall, so it shouldn't be hard to fix if I do have a leak. Then I'm gonna test the gas, which I know I probably don't have a leak. And that because I like to use pipe dope along with Teflon tape, so I shouldn't have a leak there. And then the most harrowing part is to test the electrical, which I think I'm good there too, but I'll find out once I get there. Hopefully, possibly tomorrow. I got to start. I'm gonna put the fluids in the generator and crank up the generator tomorrow because it's brand new. I haven't even started it yet. Make sure that's working. Then I'm going to put it in its box and in the generator box up front. And then I got the cord, which I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But I got the cord. I got to finish making the cord, or putting the correct end on the cord, and then I can plug it in. And actually, once I start the generator, I can go through and actually test the systems and make sure all my wiring is good. I'll show you what the electrical cord looks like. So this is the 50 amp electrical cord that I'm going to use to run from the generator to the outside unit. So this is the end that actually goes to the generator, and this is the end that goes to the plug, but this is actually a separate one. This is 50 feet long. I'm going to cut probably 10 feet off of this and I'm going to cut 10 feet off of this and actually make the wire that goes from the generator to the electrical box, and the rest of it will be from the house to the trailer, so roughly about 40 feet, and that'll give me enough room when I park the trailer. I can hook it up at certain locations, and I got a nice thick cord to do to keep power if I didn't want to use my generators, which I'm probably going to have to make a couple of these because certain locations, they have different ends and different pigtails or whatever I'd have to do to connect the power to it. But it's just a general overview of the trailer. I actually got my lights hooked up from an extension cord, but everything's looking much better. So I got both mats on the ground now. I'll probably end up getting a third mat, and this section up here is still going to be for a refrigerator. Refrigerator's going up against that wall. So once I get the refrigerator in, that's one of the last large pieces of equipment I got. So because I had to do the mop sink, like I said before, that took a piece of equipment out that I wanted to put right there. So then I'm going to put an oven under there. So it's I think it's 18 inches wide. I'm going to end up putting a little convection oven up under here, and then the last two pieces of equipment that I think I will get will be a waffle maker, a Belgian waffle maker, and I also want to get a meat slicer so when I'm doing club sandwiches I can, oh, that's right, the panini maker. So I found a nice panini maker online that's actually really cheap, but the reviews say it works. So all it is pressing a sandwich with some heat. So I'm gonna get the panini maker, the waffle maker, and a meat slicer, and the convection oven. Those are the last four pieces of equipment I want to get. And once I get those, that's pretty much it for the equipment, other than the little things like corn dog holders, the little I forgot the utensil that you use to hang corn dogs in the oil, so you can make fresh corn dogs. So I was thinking about making waffle dogs, which I've had those before and they're quite delicious. Other than that, equipment wise, I think I'm pretty much good to go on equipment. I just bid on some more of these trays. I'd like to have an extra supply of these so I can just keep fresh goods, already diced tomatoes, onions, whatever. I can already keep them in the bottom of the refrigerator, or when I get the other big refrigerator, I can keep them over there and just pull them out and just replace these as I go and wash them at the end of the day. So I just bid on a lot of those on the website, and I also ordered my griddle utensils. So I just got those in, and all this good stuff: hand wash, paper towels. I'm gonna have to get the chemicals for the sink, soap, rinse, sanitize. I got to get those chemicals. I'll go down to the store and get those. So we are almost ready to go, and this has been one hell of an experience, and I'm glad I did it. It's been satisfying, but I can't wait to get started. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. I don't know what I'll do with my weekends when I don't have anything to build, but I'll find something. I'll find something to build.